Welcome to Event 2 of the Autopolitan 2. This event is a rally stage which will test the car's off-road capabilities. Most of the cars in this competition are not designed for off-road use, which will make this test extra strenuous on their build. Resets from going off the track will not be penalized in this event, as the impact of their final time is seen to be penalty enough. Security is currently finishing discussing details with the local police, and the official seems to be, well, kind of struggling, actually. Don't know if it has the ground clearance for this. There we go. Now that that has been resolved, we can begin today's events. Alright, so first up is the Chupacabra. I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna go. It's gonna feel like a boat, but probably even more of a boat because it's not gonna be on any sort of solid ground, which sounds terrifying. I did about 5 or 6 just practice laps before this using a full-size SUV and the Symphony, and I think I made a mistake doing that because neither one of those handle like anything in the competition. Anyway, let's find out how the Chupacabra does in 3, 2, 1, go. So I don't expect for this to go well with any of the cars really, because I'm not pretending to be a good rally driver. I have minimal experience with dirt. Brakes, please work. This thing doesn't have ABS. Oh god. So yeah, I don't really expect flying times from any of these cars, but as I like to say, at least they'll all be tested with equal incompetence. Okay, yeah, just lumber. Just do your thing. Just do your thing, Chupacabra. Like, honestly, this thing's problems are even more apparent on the dirt. It's kind of funny, actually. And its brakes, well, braking isn't the issue. Okay, maybe. The moment that I call something out for not being the issue, I can just count on it immediately becoming an issue. Unfortunately, I have to kind of, aggressively brake for every corner, because the only other option is going off the edge. Okay. Yeah, let's not catastrophically launch ourselves off that cliff. Jeez, this is... yeah. The only word I could use to describe this lap is Mach 10. Well, it's definitely going to be a comfortable ride. With this suspension, I doubt you felt a single bump. Okay, and here we are, back on the asphalt. And coming back into the town, this felt like a lousy lap. And stop. The Chupacabra has completed the rally event in 2 minutes, 1.02 seconds. The next monstrosity to attempt this course is the Wayfarer. I'm sure that its suspension won't at all cause it to just launch itself right off the course. And let's begin this lap in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. This thing is like a wet fish. Alright, brakes, are they here with me today? Yes, okay, they're better brakes than the Chupacabra has, but that's really not saying much at all. These are still absolutely terrible. The one word that you can use, well, I guess 2 words you can use to describe driving the Wayfarer is just body roll. That's it. Left after this, don't forget that. I kept messing that up in the test laps, but I'm hoping that will not be an issue anymore. I tried to just drive it into my mind that there's a left there. We're getting a little bit of air. That's good. It likes to slide, and it's honestly kind of working. It's kind of helping out, but I'm just a little bit hesitant to just floor it through here. I don't want to just, make a good time and just blow it. I feel like slow and steady is just my best chance here. Okay, yep, that's terrifying. Alright, yeah, wide is fine, as long as you make the corner. Alright, and back onto the main road. The Wayfarer, as much of an off-roader as it's supposed to be, it does prefer solid ground. I mean, as opposed to, like, loose ground. Not water, you know what I mean. And stop. Wow. The Wayfarer has completed the rally stage in 2 minutes, 0.84 seconds. That is close. That is real close. Now, there are a few cars that I feel that most people are excited to watch today, and I think the Fatale is probably one of them. This is going to be a wild ride. Not one that I'm looking forward to, but it will be wild. That's for sure. Turn on the headlight so that we can find the remains of it after this all goes wrong. And we'll start the lap in 3. Is it on? Oh, it just idles that low. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oh boy. I'm already filled with regret. Why did I design this thing? The Fatale could use a win. So, okay. The one thing the Fatale does not need is just less stability. Oh my god. You know what? Maybe if we just do it in reverse. I almost said do it in reverse, but you know what? Actually. And let's begin the lap in 3, 2, 1, go. Ah. Oh, this is so much more terrifying. Why did I think that was a good idea? Alright, well, we made it through the whole straight. And a good job. Jesus Christ, this car. 3, 2, 1, go. First try. No, I think I'll have the hang of this by around, attempt number 764. Come on, just feather it. Just feather it. It'll still find a way to spin out. It's bred to. You know how a lot of cars just have they say that it has a good pedigree, just to insinuate that it was designed, by a company with strong what's the word? Strong successes and showings in different categories of performance, This pedigree is shambles. Roma is a mess. All show. Actually, no show, too much go. Okay, I give it any gas at all, and the back end is just like, did you ask for me? Yep, there we go. The Wayfarer is more stable, and that thing literally scrapes its front bumper when it brakes. I sincerely hope that no one is actually rooting for this car to win the Autopolitan, because there is no chance. Absolutely nada. Not a single chance that this will win. If this was a horse race, its odds would be unquantifiably bad. I mean, if it wins, you'll be the richest person in the world overnight, but it's not going to win. Really? It spun out like 3 times on the straight. Like, come on. Come on. And stop. And the Fatale has completed the rally event. Well, completing is a loose word, but in 2 minutes, 41.34 seconds. Whew. Next up to attempt this event is the SLFE. Now, this thing, as we all know, is an absolute beast on the road. This thing is crazy. I don't know if it's going to be any good on dirt, though. So we will find this out, I suppose. I don't even know how I missed this before, but the headlight design is literally the taillight design, just on the front. Anyway, let's find out in 3, 2, 1, go. And this turbo's gonna kick in. Yep, there it goes. Oh boy. Brakes, at least they work on this car. Okay, and as long as we can keep control, this should be pretty easy. That was an understatement. Actually, it seems pretty grounded. I just did a horrible thing there. You've got to prove that you're useful elsewhere than just the track. Okay. What if someone wants to go mountain climbing and they might pick you? You've got to convince that they will pick you over a Mayan. I know I wouldn't. I would take the Mayan. But I like the Mayan. I don't know why. So far, this feels substantially faster than every other car that's gone through here. Okay, that could have been bad, but not. Just don't fly off the edge. Just get through these parts. This is definitely the fastest lap. Come on. Alright, once you're on road, you're going to be fine. You're going to make up so much time down here. Okay, awesome, let's go. Perfect. Alright, and stop. Perfect. I wonder how many times I said SLFE on accident. Anyway, the SLFE has completed the rally event in 1 minute, 45.78 seconds, making it our current time leader. No surprise there. Well, a little bit, actually. I mean, I kind of wasn't sure, but anyway, next car. Next up is the only car here allegedly designed for this purpose. I say allegedly because it's got to prove itself here first. Anyway, let's see if it holds up to its expectations. Let's see if this little B on the back actually has been earned, or if it's gonna just do worse than a floppy mid-size crossover with a bed and a super wagon. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, go. Slow launch, but that's okay. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Really, this thing should have been geared for acceleration, I think, just because there's so many corners in Rally. Definitely will be... Oh, doesn't have ABS. Let's restart. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I totally forgot this thing didn't have ABS. Anyway, I'll probably make another group B at some point, and I'm definitely going to make improvements over this one. For example, it's definitely going to have lower gearing. We need that acceleration, I think, and I definitely didn't accomplish that with this guy. Okay, so far this thing has taken this corner better than anything else, and I'm honestly going to attribute that exclusively to tire compound. I think this thing has off-road tires on it. I can't remember. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's doing much better. Well, it's definitely the best rally car so far, which is good because it's the only rally car in this entire tournament. It's good that it's outperforming the street cars. Gosh, that would have been depressing if it hadn't. Coming into the dangerous corner. Oh, go. Yeah, that could have been handled better. Brakes locked up. Wasn't prepared for that. That didn't work out well, but I think we can make up this time. It's been doing phenomenally so far. This thing just, it feels so much more grounded than the other cars that I actually feel like I can throw some speed into the corners, which obviously came back at me earlier, but out of the dirt area, let's go. Let's get some of that speed. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really turn very well. I forgot, the rally sport is just chronically understeers. Good to remember. And stop. So even if it hadn't had that error on that one corner, it probably still would not have beaten the SLFE. The Rally Sport has completed the rally event with a 1 minute 58.74. So it's still above the others, but not by nearly as much as it should be. Next up is the Accolade. So besides the Fatale, this car is probably the only other true bane of my existence in this tournament. I hate this thing on the road, which means I'm probably going to hate it even more on the dirt. It's probably going to be a disaster. But only time will tell. So let's find out. In 3, 2, 1, go. Good launch. So anyway, as most of you will probably remember, this car was designed to just literally oversteer and really have no other purpose. And I'm about to absolutely hate that I ever created it. Just a gut feeling. Oversteer. This car is the one that taught me the lesson that I don't prefer oversteer. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I don't like this much oversteer. Okay, you can like just behave yourself for a minute, can't you? It's being so it's so much more slidey than normal, and it's already way too slidey. But not in a good or, you know, kind of fun way like the Wayfarer. It's just painful. Alright, if we can just get through the rest of this, we could still afford a decent time. We can definitely still beat the Fatale, but I don't think that's that hard. Alright, let's not go off here. That part is just the part that seems to be the most difficult for both me and the cars. Okay. Why did I give it more power? That wasn't the answer. Tail end coming around? Just give it more power. That'll solve your problems. Man, I should teach a driving school course. Okay, no, Accolade, stop. You're so close, just behave. And stop. Jeez. The Accolade has completed the rally course event with a 2 minute 26.84. So yeah, we're really kind of just proving that, you know, 4x4s, and really anything with all-wheel drive, has an advantage. And also the cars that are engineered to be bad are doing bad. Surprisingly. Next up is the Wallaby SS. I have a lot of hope for this car. I think this one has a really good chance. It's got all-wheel drive, it's got a lot of power. Theoretically, this should do a lot better than a lot of the competition. But let's see. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, off to a fast start, as this is a fast car. Alright, I really thought we weren't going to make that there. These brakes are not good. Luckily, we're not going to probably be whipping it through here too quickly. turned a little too wide. There's a little more sliding than some other cars, but it is definitely manageable. So everything before this, though, was the easy part. At this point, basically, it's asking you to drive off the edge. It's inviting you. It's just saying, hey, make a mistake. I will swallow you into this pit on the side of the road. And right here is the first invitation. And we have declined it. And no RSVP for that one either. All right, this one, my only concern is there's a little piece of wood that juts out right off the edge. And I caught it in one of the test laps, and I don't want to catch it again. No, Wallaby. All right, okay. We can make it up. That wasn't too bad. There's definitely been worse. There's definitely been worse on cars with slower laps. Definitely think we can recover from this. All right. And that was bad. And stop. Surprisingly, the Wallaby's time wasn't as fast as I thought it was going to be, coming in at a final time of 2 minutes and 8.09 seconds. Next up is a rally car I would not feel comfortable competing in. That is the Deluxe Box. Between its wheelbase and everything else, I'm kinda horrified. I'm gonna stay optimistic. Maybe it'll set a mind-blowing time and just win this event. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Deluxe Box. Let's become the Deluxe Rally. Or the Rally Box. I don't know which one has a better ring to it. Probably Rally Box. Yeah, that sounds much better. Alright, brake. Yep, do your little front flip attempt. Oh gosh, this feels unstable. I can see the axle just shaking. The whole chassis of this car looks like it's about to shed itself from the body. It's I hope those 3 screws affixing the seat and the body to the rest of the car are holding. Okay, that was something that the other cars have not had any issue with, and just was a full-sized ramp for the Deluxe Box. Oh god, this is like a hill climb challenge for this little guy. I can't get it to straighten out. Okay, come on. You can do this. I believe in you. Not that much, but there's some belief there. Nope, don't try and drift. That's not for you. That's for the big cars. You just need to stick your ground and go, okay? Like how it's just constantly revving itself in the middle of this road. It can't get that. It's doing the same thing that Barry did last season. It keeps getting to just the point where it wants to shift, and then it's not pulling it off. You can do this. I don't know if that felt like a good time. The track felt longer just by scale, but I don't know how that was on a speed standpoint. All right, if I cut this corner too close here, we are dying. There's no way the Deluxe Box is recovering from that. And stop. The Deluxe Box did its best, finishing the rally event with 2 minutes, 30 seconds, .46. Next up is the car I honestly believe will do the best. I mean, it's somewhere between a Dodge Neon and a WRX. I mean, this thing theoretically should shred this. So I'm hoping. Anyway, next up is the Zoe. Yay, okay. So let's see how it does. In 3, 2, 1, go. Good launch, nice and quick. The one thing about this car is that it just is so much more grounded than everything else in the competition. This is the only one that feels like a car I would actually trust in any form, any sort of way. Actually, maybe the Comet Turismo 1000, because that thing is surprisingly sturdy. Okay, maybe in somebody else's hands this car would shred this, but not in mine, I'm guessing. That was a pretty clean drift there. Let's tie it back and go. That wasn't very fast, but it was faster than it could not have been. I have no idea what that means. This is some of the slowest rally racing I've ever seen in my life. It's like rally driving, but I'm terrified of every corner. You think that by the amount of test laps that I did, or just practice laps, that I would have gotten some sort of decent racing line down? But no, I have not. That's above my pay grade, apparently. Oof. Okay, that's fine. We can recover. Go! Well, that was a weird thing that I just did there. Hopefully that's not too bad. And stop. The Zoe has completed this event in 1 minute, 53.86. Pretty good time for a car barely pushing 200 horsepower. Next up is the Comet Turismo. Now, there have been several requests that I've seen in comments saying that there should be a rally version of this. So, let's find out today if it earns that. And apparently I'm going to make it earn it by seeing if it already is one when it's stock. Can't argue with my logic. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I am deaf. I gotta start putting mufflers on these things. This is getting ridiculous. Okay. Handling, phenomenal as always. Okay, the thing I don't understand about this car is that it has, like, borderline no tuning, borderline no suspension. Like, it has the worst suspension parts I could possibly throw on it. And it handles so good. I just don't understand. The car that's supposed to be, like, one of the worst is actually one of the best to drive. It could just be the fact that the low horsepower figures are not stressing out any piece on the car. So it just comes across as a package that's very nicely balanced against each other. You don't have an engine that's wildly outperforming the brakes or the suspensional capabilities. It's all just synced. It's all crap. And it's great. Okay, this has been the absolute cleanest lap, because this thing doesn't surprise you at all. It just goes. You just tell it where you want it to go, and it goes. Alright, coming up to the end of this course. This felt very good. And stop. Flat tire. The Comet Turismo 1000 has completed the rally event in 2 minutes and 9.92 seconds. Pretty good. Pretty good. Next up is the car that I wish drove itself so I didn't have to. Not because it doesn't handle well, just because it's just so slow. You know, it's probably a decently accurate statement to assume that this track and this car have an equal corner to horsepower ratio. Or pretty well close. Anyway, let's see how it does and how many hours it takes. In 3, 2, 1, go. You know, I do have to give it credit though. Unlike the Comet Turismo, it doesn't stall every time it goes. And also it sounds so good. But I mean, every boxer sounds good, let's be honest. No brakes challenge. I don't think I needed them, honestly. I'm a little worried about this next bit, because this is the part that's supposed to be easier, but it has to go uphill, which means it's not easier for this guy. I mean, it's slightly uphill, but like, I don't think we've broken 30 yet. Maybe on the original straight, but we haven't passed 30 since. And I haven't had to hit the brakes yet. Come on, come on. There you go, now you can go downhill for a few seconds. Up one, up the other. It's very relaxing. This is a lot less stressful of a lap than the others. I think that we might have failed to inform the Nobel's team that this is not a joyriding competition. It's a race. No braking here is probably necessary either. I was correct. And here it's a little more questionable, but unnecessary nonetheless. Maybe a little bit of lifting, but definitely not needing to brake. There we go, and we're onto the straight. Haven't hit the brakes yet. Honestly, we could just save weight and remove them. That might be the way to go. Like, if we're not going to use the brakes, maybe we can get an extra couple miles an hour out of it. Probably not that much, unless the brakes are like half the weight of the car, potentially. And, alright, final straight. And stop. Wait, hold on. The Nobel has completed the rally course in 2 minutes, 37.81 seconds. It beat the Fatale. And last and most definitely least fun to drive after the Fatale is the McLaren. Also, I should clarify that the McLaren is the McLaren because it is a McLaren, but it's actually not marked on there. I thought I had it marked. It's called the T10. I just figure I should clarify that, just because there will be more McLaren vehicles in the future, and it's good to have, you know, a way to discern them. This is the T10. So let's see how the T10 does. 3, 2, 1, go. Wait for it. Supersonic engaged. Alright, now I'm terrified, so we're gonna slow it down a little bit because these brakes are garbage. So, I mean, corner to corner, it's gonna be pretty quick. It's more of like what happens during those corners that terrifies me. Okay, so far that has actually been pretty decent. If I just like accelerate and then just let it coast, it's actually not that bad. And it's still averaging a higher speed than an Opel. Not that that's that big of an accomplishment, but for this guy, stability and speed is not really something that comes together often. Okay, this is dangerous. Okay, just floor it. Floor it. Slow down. Floor it. Oh, I shouldn't have floored it. Okay, never mind, we're fine. Slow down. Floor it. Slow down. Floor it. This is how you drive a McLaren. There's nothing else to say. It's just all flooring it and then just slowing it down ever so slightly. Okay, here we go. Speed. And stop. Well, that was quite the time. The McLaren, that now has no face, has completed the rally event in 1 minute, 38.86 seconds. That was quick. Terrifyingly quick. And that concludes Event 2 of the Autopolitan 2. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and hope to see you in the next one.